The world does look at times as if it's in a mess, but it's looked as if it's been in a mess for many thousands of years for different reasons. And right now we face some problems. Maybe it's pollution, we know that there are wars, we know that there are environmental problems, but I think the thing to be hopeful for is to know that the human race has always had people that have come to the front and been able to solve problems. And so we've had people rise to the top at times of crisis, and they've known the right people, or they've brought groups of people together to solve problems. So whilst there are issues in the world that we need attention, and perhaps some of the major issues that you might hear about on the news today have been created many years ago because of historical reasons and problems created by other people, you're going into a period in the world that it's a time of hope. It's a time when we've had more technological solutions to problems than we ever had in the past, and that we do have the ability to solve those problems by working together. So many times the things that you hear about is the unequal distribution of wealth or unequal distribution of food. There is food in the world, but there's too much food in one area and not enough food in another. There's sometimes wars over resources, whether it's a war over oil, or in the future, whether it's a war over water. People have in the past always squabbled. Unfortunately, the human race seems to solve many of its issues by might is right, or the strongest will win. But I have confidence that the human race itself is also learning from the past. You may have heard the story about you've got to look at history from the past to learn the keys of the future. So if we look at the mistakes we've made and don't repeat them, then I think we can have an optimistic future. You as a young child will know that it seems scary, but it seems scary to some of the adults as well. But remember that people are in charge. There are people who we put in positions of trust and power, and it's their responsibilities to gather the information that they need, and they go to scientists and politicians and planners and architects and economists, and together they can, with the collective intelligence that they have, are able to solve many of the problems that are facing us. So I think there is a reason to be concerned, and it wouldn't be right if we weren't concerned about the rights and the wrongs in the world. But I would suggest to you, don't be frightened about it, because tomorrow is another day, and we will have another day to look at issues and use the technology that we have developed and are developing to address some of those problems.